Hey guys, I'm really excited to announce that registration is now open for the Self-Storage Summit. So go to theselfstoragesummit.com. So the big question is this: how are those in the self-storage industry like us going to be successful in today's market? That's the question, and this show will give you the answers. My name is Jim Ross, and welcome to the Self-Storage Show. All right, enough of that. What's up, guys? Kind of in a different music mood this morning, so that's a Mark Broussard. He's one of my favorites, but kind of a kickback. Kickback morning. It's Wednesday, so I don't know. Just kind of, it's a chill kind of day today, so hopefully. How's everybody doing? Who do we have on live here? Let me look real quick. Rehan, nice, awesome. Actually, make sure my mic is on, and that's always a crazy for me. Cool. What's up? Haven't talked to you for a while. Canada, right? Curtis, hello. Make sure you can hear me. All right, we are good. Sweet. All right. Again, anyone wants to make comments, please go ahead. I'll kind of bounce back and forth a little bit here. But yeah, doing this, third day in a row? On a roll here. Anyways, for LinkedIn Live, also trying something a little bit different and simultaneously broadcasting this in Facebook. So kind of doing both sides here. We'll see how things go and see what gets some traction. So I don't know, just kind of playing around with this program still. You know me, I like to try different things and see what works and see what doesn't, and I'll see how it goes. So yeah, so far so good. It's been kind of fun. Yeah, for today, gonna be a little bit short because I actually have things I have to get done and accomplish today. So imagine that. Things are really starting to roll with the summit, so that's been fun. Been seeing the comments out there on, especially on LinkedIn. All the speakers are, once they've, long story short, kind of give you a little peek in the background. Once they set up a time to record with me, well, then they get links in their social media images to start, hey, broadcasting it. That it's coming out. So you'll start seeing more and more things from the speakers' profile pages and that of, hey, come check it out. So yeah, selfstoragesummit.com. It's coming and things are coming together. So that's fun. And that kind of led me to today's topic in a roundabout way. I'll always try to figure out a way to get it back to storage. And really that's kind of my love of reading. I always have some sort of either a book in my hand or an audio book, listen to it at night or when I go to the gym. It's usually my go-to thing. It's just a great way of just really kind of expanding, especially in my little world, just expanding other people's thoughts and what they have to present for education and for business, especially that I like to read. And so I actually just did a podcast about a month ago. Never it's been. It's a blur. It's not out yet though. He still put some stuff together. But that was one of those questions, like, what's your favorite book? And it's always hard to narrow it down to one thing. But my favorite book, probably the last couple of years, and it's sort of an older one, quite frankly, but it's one that I really enjoy, and I'm actually one of those books that I've kind of reread a few times, and hence the name. It's actually called I always take covers off my books because I would just destroy the crap out of them. See if you can see it. It's called Rework. Rework. I always have it on my desk. I always have it around. I reference it quite often. So that's what I want to kind of talk about today. Is this kind of a book that's kind of impacted me, and I'd love to hear you guys' recommendations on what kind of books you're reading, what books you enjoy, because I'm a sponge that way. I like to read all that kind of stuff. So if I can't read it, it's audiobook, one of the two. But this is one of the ones I like, a physical book. And I don't do the Kindle stuff. I guess sometimes I do, but for the most part, I don't know. I like a physical, tangible book to hold. So with Rework, let's see what else we have on here real quick. Cool. Hey, what's up, Alan? Just seeing who's on here. Rework. Change my camera just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Really, it comes down to keeping things simple. Is really what it boils down to with this book. Kind of having an idea to execute on it. You kind of figure out things along the way. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, quite frankly. You just kind of polish things along as you move along. Kind of, it's another main theme is like scratch your own itch. Really, of course, I itch myself when I say that. That was subliminal. Really, just scratching your own itch when you see something in your business, in your marketplace that you would use, and it's not out there. Well, sometimes you just do it. If you have that capability and or partner with somebody else to start going down that road and see if it might be viable. And that's long story short. Not to keep bringing the summit up, but that's kind of where the summit came from. Is I love going to conferences. I love speaking at conferences. Just did it last week. Just booked a couple more. I kind of selective on who I go with because I don't know. I hate traveling, quite frankly. But I always think about how all the people that can't attend those shows and that value that's kind of lost, and especially for those self-storage managers that you're there working, and just to be exposed to that kind of information. And so that was kind of my itch was, man, what could I do to broadcast this out to more people? And hence the podcast came out, and that's great. Good for for interviews, good for me getting my thoughts and strategies out for the storage world. But there's still tons more out there that are a hell of a lot smarter than me and have great ways of explaining what they do in their niche in the storage industry. And so that's where the self-storage virtual summit came along. And I keep saying that the storage summit, you can call it an online conference, you can call it a virtual summit, whatever you want to say, but it's the self-storage summit. It's going to be delivered online. So that was my itch. What could I do to bring this collective group of us in the storage industry and package it together and then be able to deliver it to people that can't attend, and online's the way. So kind of going back to that rework thing of scratching your own itch, well, that's kind of where that came from. And another kind of common theme in this book is they call it picking a fight. I don't want to pick a fight with anybody, but it's offer an alternative is really what it boils down to. So there you go. You got your conferences, and now you have like a alternative method of in-person conferences. You got an online version. And no, we're all good. That's great. In fact, if you notice on the website, just launched it. I launched it last week, kind of worked out some bugs before I put people's name on it, So as of yesterday, if you go to the selfstoragesummit.com, you'll start seeing the sponsors put up on there. The main sponsors of all people, Inside Self Storage. And, they're one of the, pillars for in-person conferences and all that. And so they see how it can be a great relationship to attach us with an online version as well to offer an alternative. So again, it has nothing to do with picking fights. It's kind of having alternative ways of reaching more people and providing value. So shout out to those guys. They've been great so far. We got some fun things planned together. So get ready. It'll be fun. We'll get a lot of marketing out there to make sure we get as many people as we can to, hopefully this conference will have a good impact on people. So that's the whole point. But yeah, I kind of go back to, Rework. I always go back to this book, read it a lot. In fact, not to say I rip people off. I model people that I enjoy, It's got pretty pictures in it, like that for each chapter has a little picture that describes that chapter and what you're going to be learning. And they're very, very short chapters. It kind of gets, like I said, keep it simple, gets right to the point. And for people that are on the podcast, I apologize. Sometimes it's a little visual on these things. I gotta turn my phone off. And turn my phone down here. You like that? It's We Will Rock You. That's my ringtone. Ever since my kids watched the Queen movie of Bohemian Rhapsody, they're obsessed with Queen. So come on, anytime you get the younger generation to like that kind of music, I'm going along with it. So I made it my ringtone. They love it. But go back to Rework. Very simple. Maybe I'm just a simple kind of minded guy, but it's the way I learn. It's the way I love getting these certain concepts, and then like, cool, awesome, take action. So anyway, like I said, not say I rip people off, but I model. It's a different word. It's like when I wrote my book a few years back. I kind of did the same thing. There's a little picture for that chapter. That kind of thing. As Jeff Greenberger likes to give me crap about when it comes to this, he always points out that there's more pictures than words in my books. It's like, hey, at least they're not pop-up pictures. Maybe that's the next version. I'll do a pop-up read along version for this. So see Jane run. It'll be that kind of thing. But no, that's again kind of scratch your own itch. I wanted a book that was out there that could, especially for new managers and all that kind of thing, be like, cool, here, read it, get through this in a day. Quite frankly, in fact, I get messages all the time like, oh, cool, I read it, a couple days, fantastic. I want to, have to do everything that's in this. The way this book is outlined is basically each chapter, each little section is kind of an action item. Go through it. Here you go. Awesome. Here's how to take action. Implement it. Awesome. Cool. Move on. Here's this item. Take action on it. Awesome. Move on. That kind of a thing. You'll see again, this is not a promo for this. I'm not going to give you the domain to go to it because I'm actually redoing the funnel when it comes to this book. But heck, you can just go on Amazon if you want. Look on Amazon, you find it. Cool. It's like $5. So there you go. All right. There's the quick shameless plug. But I just wanted to say, again, I've scratched your own itch. I wanted a book to be able to have managers to really go and read. And there's plenty of them else out there as well. If you just, again, this kind of goes back to a couple of days ago when I was saying, research what's out there as far as educational items. There's books out there as well that are fantastic. I just wanted to have one that was kind of the format the way I like to learn and implement. So hence, that's where this came from. It brings you to a website, kind of like a membership page, where you can do a lot of cool downloads that go along with this as well. So there you go. And speaking of books and kind of like the way I like to model, I'm not going to say rip off, I model. Another one of my favorite books, and just really one of my favorite just marketers in this whole world is Russell Brunson. He wrote this book, .com Secrets. I've read this, I don't know how many times. I go to their conferences. I've met the dude a couple times. He's a fellow Utahn, so he comes down here off and on for different events I've been able to attend. So really, really nice guy. Great podcast as well. If you listen to the podcast, you'll recognize the theme song too. I kind of again, I model. It's not the exact one, but it's kind of the same framework. Just gotta love that kind of stuff. And guy's very successful. Guy's just the way he packages things and markets himself. I squeeze everything a little out that I can from him. So can you see the resemblance of the two books? Again, I like to model. Another book though to check out. Just a great. Again, it's .com Secrets. So good book, especially for, again, kind of brings us back to managers and that. There's downtime. There is in self-storage, and I'd love to be able to have some book recommendations to be like, hey, this is a great way to kind of better yourself. What you can do, you can kind of learn a lot of things from books that you can kind of implement in your own businesses, and you're going to end up being a more successful business manager, and hopefully that will lead to either raises or other opportunities to kind of move up in the organization, all sorts of different ways. Just bottom line is, I like to read, okay? probably gonna do a little bit more of this later on. Again, time has kind of been constrained lately. Those of you that been trying to reach me in the last couple of weeks, you know that it's been a little crazy. But when it comes to books, I won't let that lapse. And so there's some really cool things out there that almost do like book summaries, and either on Audible form or a written word. But I'm kind of getting more and more Audible, that kind of thing. And they'll do like 20-minute, 30-minute book summaries and get to the best ideas and things like that. So I think I'm going to start, part of a recurrent segment is once I really find a book I really, really like and all that, I'll do my own version of a recap for it. Kind of like, it'll be Jim's little book recommendation. Get my own little book club. Anyway, that's what I want to eventually start coming out with that kind of stuff. Really, I want to hear what some of your guys' recommendations are as well. That's some of the best books I've ever read have come from recommendations. Not just from an Amazon suggestion, that kind of thing. No, it's guys, people who have actually read it and say you got to read this one. So cool. Let me know. I like all that kind of stuff. So with that, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't at least push this once more. Where did it go? So I'm still learning this. Dun, dun, dun. There we go. Okay. For the summit, okay. Again, registration's open. We got some freebies that are coming out, immediately for you. Of course, the actual summit itself goes live in November. We've got things coming out to you for all those that register, especially those that go to All Access Pass. Some really cool things for you there as well. Go to the selfstoragesummit.com. It's all there. Check it out. We just added a few more last-minute speakers. Might get a couple more in there. It's honestly, guys, I'm sorry. It's been really hard kind of finalizing this. I've had to tell a few people, I'll get you on the next one, kind of a thing. Just wasn't quite a fit on this one here. But really appreciate all the attention it's got, and those that wanted to participate. I'll get that word out. I got to kind of cap it off at a certain point so it doesn't get too crazy. But we'll definitely be doing this again. Maybe in a smaller kind of version. Kind of going big this first time. The next one might be a little bit smaller, more of a specific topic. So more things come out from that one. But let's just get this first one under our belt. So again, selfstoragesummit.com. Go check that out. Bring this away. Cool. There you go. All right. So again, thanks so much, you guys. I gotta get on a phone call now. So yeah, that's just kind of my wrap up for I guess my book pick, if you want to call it that. But check out Rework. It's fantastic. It's like a little bit older of a book, if you want to call it that, but the principles are just so timely, and it's beneficial in a lot of aspects, especially when you're starting a business, launching something. It just really helps you focus on what matters. Okay, so there's my 2 cents. So again, thanks so much, guys. I will see you tomorrow. All right, take care. Bye.
Thanks for supporting the show. I want to let you know that we've just opened up our brand new free private Facebook group. There I'll be having some extra special content not found anywhere else. If you really want your facility to be a success in today's market, then this is going to be the place for you. You can request to join us at selfstoragecommunity.com or search for Self Storage Domination Community on Facebook.